Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, the 20th of December to 2021. I am going over the market status sold comps. Well, not comps because they're not comparables, but the statistics for November, only of November, of single family residences of 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I was going over some of these zip codes yesterday. I started with 85711 and moved around all the way to 85701. When I stop, it's because I'm running out of my voice. So please bear with me. Today I'm going to start with 85745, which is mainly West Tucson. This is probably, if I had a preference or a choice to where I would live in, I would probably live in 85745. I have lived there before in a townhouse, and I really, really like the area. I really like the accessibility to the freeway, and I like the accessibility to down to the south side. And it's just, it feels to me, it feels a lot more spacious. But then again, is because as you drive around this northern side of the west side, it's not considered northwest yet, but as you drive around this area, there's a lot more custom homes that have a lot more land, and there's a lot more separation. So I think that's one of the things that I like. But even because I used to live in a townhouse, I just feel like there's more space, and that not everything is cramped in together. I could be wrong, but anyways, that's one of my favorite areas, the west side. um and there's a lot of little nice parks where I used to like to go walk my dog. And then you've got Silver Bell, which is if you want to avoid the freeway, you can drive through Silver Bell, get all the way to Northwest Tucson, so on and so forth. And then there's these little shortcuts down to the south side where you can hit Ajo, and then if you want to go all the way to Valencia, so on and so forth, because there's a couple of shopping centers down here. But anyways, I went off topic. Yesterday, if you're interested in 85711, 12, 16, 19, 85705, 85701, I have separate videos on YouTube. They're all somewhere around 10 minutes. I'm going to focus on 85745 right now. Yesterday, and I'm going to start with my comparison of yesterday, the 85701, where I was a little bit surprised at the highest price. But then again, these are November comps, and November, December tend to slow down a lot because of the holidays. That is very typical. It doesn't surprise me. What did surprise me was the highest price, which was 600,000. But at the end of the day, we can't forget that there is still very low inventory. We can't forget that downtown is a very popular area for a lot of investors that like to put their homes on Airbnb because it's an easy rental. When the gem show comes around, a lot of people want to rent in that area. And also, a lot of people that actually enjoy walking around downtown and networking and working downtown, they really like to purchase in this area. So anyways, I was a little bit surprised yesterday. You can watch the video where I'm talking about the single family residences, and I even went to do townhouse um, reports because I was a little bit surprised that I couldn't find any condos. But at the end of the day, a lot of those condos don't sell through MLS, they sell through their offices. So I would have to go into their websites specifically to be able to find pricing and all of that good stuff. But anyways, the highest price was 600,000, the lowest price was 440,000. So it's not cheap to live downtown, and it is very extremely hard to find anything below the 400,000 range. So if you're wanting to live downtown or close to downtown, you might want to look at the 85705 area, and or the 85719 area. Some of those two zip codes cover a little bit of the U of A area. So you might be able to find something there and still be close. Even the 85745, which is the one that I'm going to be talking about right now. But anyways, I am Adriana. I am with Coldwell Banker Realty, and my phone number is 520-249-7029. My email is marketingadri@gmail.com. If you want some subdivision specific comps, feel free to reach out. Comps are free, guys. And the reason why I do these videos is because I want to educate you and help you be the most informed for when you're ready to buy or sell property in Tucson. If you're ready to list, I would hope that you talk to a couple of realtors and choose the one that you feel the most comfortable with versus selling to iBuyers, because iBuyers, a lot of times, just like wholesalers and investors, they're not looking to pay full market value. And you know what? Let me take that back. This summer, Zillow and Open Door were paying above market value, and they kind of shot themselves in the foot where they paid above market value. Some people got lucky, some didn't. But now you see these companies having to heavily discount those listings so that they can get the property sold. I don't know if it was a some sort of tax strategy or something of that nature. I just think it was maybe a stupid company decision. But anyways, I don't mean to badmouth anybody. I'm just saying that um, I think Open Door is still purchasing properties. I'm not sure if they're still purchasing above market value. I sold my cousin's home in Maricopa, and I did request an Open Door offer, and it was below market. It was below asking. So I don't think that they're going above and beyond, thousands of dollars as they were this summer, because I think that they kind of learned a little bit of a lesson. And as investors, I know for sure most investors, and it prob and how can I put it this way? Maybe a lot of people bought stock in Zillow, and maybe a lot of people bought stock in Open Door and so on, is because that's the way that they wanted to invest. They wanted them to do the dirty work. Um, but then again, you saw how those stocks plummeted once they started reducing prices. So at the end of the day, most savvy investors, whether they're flipping or whether they're doing, the Burr method, or whether they just want to buy and hold, or maybe just keep it as an Airbnb. Most of these people, they want to purchase under market value, so they do market heavily, and they market convenience heavily, just like Zillow and Open Door as well. Anybody that is offering a smooth transaction where nobody's going to come into your home, what the goal is they don't want any competition. What does that mean to you? If there's no competition for your house, you may not, I'm not saying that you're not definitely never going to get it, because this summer, a lot of people proved that they did get a lot more for their house. But if you're not specifically talking to an iBuyer that's willing to pay over 100K for your property, don't go with the first person that you speak to that's talking about convenience, unless you are like in a really 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 bad situation and this person has been referred to you because they do help solve specific problems, specifically maybe like hoarding issues or stuff like that, where you want to save your items and they're willing to pay for a storage, or they're willing to move your items elsewhere, so on and so forth. But don't go with the first person that promises that you can stay as long as you need, and that um, it won't be a hassle. Nobody's going to come into your house. You're not going to have to negotiate repairs, so on and so forth, because most of the time their goal is to purchase under market value without competition. And also, their goal, actually, they're not representing you, they're representing themselves. As realtors, our code of ethics states that we're supposed to look out for your best interest. And if you're getting somebody that comes in and doesn't specifically say, hey, I'm not representing you, I'm representing myself, I have more knowledge than you do because I do this on a regular basis. I buy and sell houses on a regular basis. I know how to pull comparables. I know how to look at the lowest price per square foot. I know how to look at the highest price per square foot. If they're not disclosing that up front, more than likely they're just looking out for your best interest. And yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people have been burned by people that have the realtor trademark, and that's why I say, if you're watching these videos, I would certainly love an opportunity to list your property. But if you don't want to give it to myself, make sure that you're giving it to somebody that is willing to disclose and doesn't come in um, ready to buy your property right away, right? Because that is what a wholesaler does. A lot of times they get your property under contract and they say there's not going to be any commissions, you're not going to have to deal with the broker, so on and so forth. And it is true, you don't have to deal with the broker and do all of these disclosures and all of that other stuff. However, they turn around and sell your property, and they earn sometimes a lot more than what a commission would be. They might earn, you know, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 more than they would have as a realtor earning a typical 3% commission. Okay, so keep that in mind. Oh my God, this video already went way beyond um, what it was supposed to be, just because I was explaining that. But anyways, let's go to A5745. And this one is a big zip code. And even though it is a big zip code, as you can see, obviously, where we got the Saguaro National Park, as you can see, you know, a lot of these homes are a lot spread out because there's a lot of custom homes. So we got 49 homes, and I know that these prices are going to vary drastically because of, you know, the customization. I'm not selecting anything per square footage, so when I pull the comps, we're gonna get I'm almost positive that we're gonna get a varying median and average price per square foot. So once we're able to look at that, as you can see, there's a lot of subdivisions in the west side as well. Also, there's also some that do not pertain to a subdivision, and some that are unsubdivided. As you can see, the median and average, they do vary a lot. The median price per square foot is 208.30. The average is 223.23. Average days on the market on the west side is 19 days. The median price of a sold home was 350,000. The high price on the west side was 1,675,000. So there are $1 million homes on the west side. They don't get as expensive as in the Catalinas, for example, because they don't have the same type of views. So it varies, but there are a lot of custom homes on the west side that are really expensive. The lowest price, you can see, 150,000. So it does very drastically, you know, from the low price to the high price. And the average price is 474,207. So prices have really gone up in the west side area. I did sell my townhouse in 2015, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No, 2016. And that was something that I really regretted, because it did gain a lot of equity during these last 3 years. And it was a really nice townhouse. I would have loved to still have that in my possession. It would have been a perfect Airbnb type of property. Okay. So because I made this video super long with my explanation, I am going to cut this short, and I will create another video moving up. As you can see here on this map, I'm going to move up to, I'm not sure if I want to do the 85743 yet, because look at how much of 85743, and it's a little bit confusing. So 85743 is up in the Cartero area, but then it goes around Saguaro National Park, and then you have a little bit of the west side as well. So I am going to hop onto 85741. Okay. So please like, share, comment, thumbs down, thumbs up. It doesn't matter. Any comment is a little bit of engagement. Reach out to me if you want a subdivision specific comparable, or your specific home comparable market analysis. I'll do that gladly. And I'll create a video just like this one, explaining, you know, the prices of the houses, so on and so forth. All right. So let's see each other on the next video, 85741.